Yes, in the last class we have learned about the font, right? Working with the CSS font styles, font variants, and also we have worked with your font variant as yes, your font. In the font colors can be applied for any element you are specifying in the body by using direct keywords, or else by using some hexadecimal format, as well as some RGB color combinations, right? So if you have provided these, then it will be applied to your content, right? Where the content will present, the content will be present in your body statement, right? So body tag. Okay, so right. Okay, now CSS font family and font size. Already font family and font size we have seen. Font family indicates the various kinds of fonts. If you please observe here, already we have explained, I think so. Once again, let me revise. See here, the in your MS Word, it consists of various handwriting styles. By applying these various handwriting styles, these are nothing but a font, and by using this font and you are specifying the size is only up to your 72. Besides, this also is possible. Okay, and these are the styles you are applying for your content. Okay, the font family and font size. Font size can be specified with either percentage or in terms of values. Okay, the value may be pixel or points. These are the supposed to be specified under some of the keywords. If you use the keyword, we have to use extra large, so font will be appear in the extra large. Besides, these common terms are extra, double XL, so double extra large, large, medium, small, extra small, and double extra small. Okay, so in the last class we have seen this. Now let us see font style and font weight. Now we will see the font styles as well as the font weight. So font styles are nothing but here bold, italic, underline is there, and you are applying these bold, italic, underlines as well as whatever the styles you are applying, that become enough font styles, and we will see the weight also. Now let us see. CSS font style is where you define if your font will be in italic or not. So here it is a suggesting, right? So for example, if I want to do this font as a bold, so bolded is a style. If I want to italicized, italic is a style, and underline is also style. And besides this also, if you click this dialog box, so font dialog box, you are having various effects. All these are becomes styles. Okay, yes. Now for our understanding purpose, we will use only the font style as bold, italic, and underline. Bold, italic, and underline. Okay, now possible key terms are the following: italic, oblique, and normal. Normal is nothing, it doesn't consist of any styles. Italic means your letter will be crossed, and the oblique is also somewhat italicized. Okay, we will see now. And now let us see the third point. If you want to control the weight of your font, control the weight of your font, its thickness, using font weight is the best way. Using font weight is the best way. Okay, so if I want to give the thickness, let us see. The thickness indicates here maybe the boldness, right? We will see. Okay, use the font weight in multiples of 100, example 200, 300, etc, because any less will not be seen any difference. So if you have provided less than 100, you can't find any differences. So let us see. The value ranges from 100 thin and 900 thick. So if you want to make it is just like as in a bold, I am thinking. So let me see here in this example, we will see the thickness of your font. Okay, so sometimes it need the font weight of the font. Sometimes it requires the weight of the font. Okay, that we have to specify within a thin range or thick range. So in your word, you are having word dot, right? Word dot shape. You are going to be learning in that predefined styles are appear. If you want to apply the same thickness for your font, we have to supposed to use font weight. Okay, available key terms of a font weight are bold, bolder, and normal. So if you observe here, available key terms for your font weight, it is bold, bolder, and normal. So to understand this concept, let us see this sample program. Okay, let me copy Let me copy this first and let me take a notepad. Yes, so I'm pasting. So after pasting that, let me come now. It is a HTML head. In the head tag you are using the style tag. In the style tag you are using the type as a text bar CSS. It indicates you are styling your text. You are styling your text. Okay, now h1 is the element. Wherever the h1 element is appear, h1 tag is appear in your body, your content. Body is nothing but a content, right, where your contents are displayed. I am applying the color property. I am specifying the red color as a value, and I am separating the another property as a font family. I am taking the font family as a Courier New, and font size I am specifying 120 pixel, and font style I am making it as an italic, and font weight as 100. 100 is a normal you are identifying. And wherever the h2 element is appearing, and I am using the attribute color, and its value is property is color, and its value is hash 9000 a1. Okay, so it indicates hexadecimal color. And font family I'm taking it as an Arial. Let me change another one. We will see. Okay, let me run first this, and later we will change. Font size as a 20 pixel, font style as oblique, and font weight as border. Okay, for border, sorry, it is a border, right? So now here the content, I'm consisting of the content. It consists of h1 tag. This h1 tag will be appear with these styles. Okay, this h2 element will be appear with the h2 styles, right? Let me save it. I'm saving. Let me see here, the CSS folder is exist. All files. Let me see what is the file we have still stored. CS10, right? Let me make it as a CS11. CS11.html. okay, in the desktop I am having a CSS folder. Till now whatever the program I did, it is consisting here, right? Let me save it. Okay, now minimize it, and I'm opening my folder. Where is the folder? CSS folder is exist, and this is my program. This is my program. I'm opening this with browser. I'm right clicking and opening it with Google Chrome. Okay, browser. Got it. So now minimize it. Now you are seeing the difference, right? You are seeing the difference, right? So this is the font color, font of Courier New. This is the font of Courier New, and the size 120%. Style is appear. Style is italic. Italic is appear. And here it is oblique. Oblique is also somewhat similar to your italic only, but it will give some weight. But here it has specified the thickness, right? Here the weight we have specified, right? So based on that weight, font weight, it is appearing as a bolder. If I make it as a normal, it won't come, right? Okay, let me save it, and I'm coming here and refreshing. Now it is not having a bolder. Got it? So for this, let me make value, right? Let me make it as a 1000. Let me check what it will happen. So let me save it and come here and refresh it. If you make it as a 1000, it is a somewhat bolder, right? And if I make the size as a here, the 20 pixel is there. Let me make it as a 100 pixel. Now you are seeing the size of your font. Let me save it and come here and refresh it. So it is a 100 font size. Got it? So in the same sense, if you want to define, you can define the font style as well as font weight. Okay, font weight gives the thickness, right? Okay, so let me save it and run it. Refresh it. The refresh, it is a 50 pixel. Okay, if you want to change the font style, then font family we have to use. Let me take a font. In the font here it is I'm taking as a Cooper. Now you are identifying this will be turned into the Cooper instead of Courier New, because you can identify the difference, right? So this is the different style. I'm giving the Cooper. Let me save it and open my program and refresh it. So this is appearing in the Cooper size, right? Okay, whether it is a Cooper and it is italic, right? Don't take it as an italic, normal. Let me make the style as a normal. Now let me check, save it and come here and refresh it. Right, now you are identifying this is a Cooper and this is a Arial. So if you want to give another font family, let me check what is the font is available, and let me take elephant. Right, elephant font. Let me make it as an elephant font, and it must be 10 pixel enough. Now weight is 1000. Okay, let me save it and come here and refresh it. So it is appearing with the elephant font with 10 pixel. So if you make it as a 20, then within a 20 pixel it will show. Right, got it, this is a elephant font. Okay, yes. So likewise you can give a new style to your old web page by taking these CSS styles. Now next our concept is a font variant. Let us see what is a font variant. CSS font variant allows you to convert your font to all uppercase letters. Suppose if you want to convert all uppercase letters, then we have to supposed to use font variant. If you have given in the lowercase letter, if you want to convert into uppercase letters, then you have to supposed to use font variant. Note, not every font supports CSS font variant. Here one more note is also given. Your every font doesn't support your font variant. So to understand this, let us copy this program, and we will see in our program. Okay, I'm copying, I'm taking a new file, I'm pasting. Let me check what is the program we are doing. Let me save it first. I'm saving in the CS12. Already 11 I did right, cs12.html. Okay, yes. Now let me check what we have given, what we have defined. Here the h1 tag, it consists of a color red, font family, courier new, font size, and everything is the last one. Now font weight is also specified. Now we are taking as a font variant. If you take the font variant, you are giving small caps. What it does, what is the purpose of a font variant? It used to convert letters into small caps. Okay, so it is a font variant. I'm specifying the value as a small caps. Automatically I have typed with these with the sum of capitals, and the rest is small. Right, every letter will be turned into capital letters with small caps, small size. Okay, and wherever the h2 is appearing, here it is not specified. Let me take, even though if it is not specified, let me take all caps. Okay, instead of small caps, let me make it as an all caps. Okay, small caps, all caps. Let me try whether it will works or not. We will see. Let me save it and minimize it, minimize it, close it, and I'm opening this file, and I'm opening this file. Right, yes, Google Chrome. So if you see here, every font has changed in, capital letter, but here it is not appearing. Got it? So small caps is there. If you observe here the variant, you are seeing small caps, all caps. Right, small caps, all caps is there, but all caps is not taken here. And let me check whether the font variant colon is small caps. If I provide a small caps, then what happens? Okay, let me take all caps, all A should be capital. Let me save it and come here, and once again let me refresh whether it is working, not working. Right, so in the same sense, you just make it as a small caps, and try. If you try here, now let me check what it will be happen. So now this font has turned in all capital letter with small size. Right, so this will be possible in your font variant. And here the values are all uppercase letters are possible. Here we have taken the font variant, as small caps. Okay, and the CSS text, we will learn this CSS text in the next class. No, now we will learn this CSS text. Okay, yes. Now our concept is the CSS text. Now we will see what is a CSS text covers. So Most of the things we have learned from font, right? So CSS font covers most of the ways to format text. So formatting means controlling the appearance of text. Okay, neat alignment, neat arrangements. So that neat almost these arranging of your text as learned in your font topics of CSS. Now we are learning CSS text. This CSS text allows you to control the spacing, decoration and alignment of text. Okay, by using this CSS text, it allows to control the spacing. Okay, spaces between the words or spaces between the characters, and decorations, and we will see what is the decoration we can able to perform, and alignment of text. Alignment of a text means you are arranging your text either left, center or right. Okay, now let us see the first topic. What is the first topic? Text decoration. Text decoration allows you to add horizontal lines above, below or through your text. By using this text decoration, you can add horizontal lines either above, below or through your text. Okay, so that is the usage of your text decoration. Let us see how we can able to perform these things. Now here already HTML header section is given. We are using the style tag. These are the elements which are presented in your body. Okay, for that h1 tag we are providing the color red, font family as Courier New, text decoration is line through. Here it is giving us line through, it means it will be strike off. Okay, h2, here it is also text decoration, we are taking it as an underline. So whatever the h2 content is present, it will be underlined. And h3, the text decoration you are using as overline. Overline means that above the text it consists of a line. So if you run this program, it will appear like this. Let us check whether it will work or not. Okay, I am copying. So in the body it consists of our tag h1. Wherever the h1 is appearing, these will be styles are applied. So CSS text decoration is applied. Now take notepad, paste it, and file, save it, and it is CS13, right? I'm storing with cs13.html in desktop file. Save it and minimize it and open your CSS file. And here it is a CS13, and I'm opening Google Chrome. Right, what is this text decoration? Thorough. What is this text decoration? Underline. What is this text decoration? Overline. Got it? So likewise, if you specified these styles, then automatically the content of the body elements will renders with these cascading style sheets. Okay, now text indent. Indentation means spaces. For example, let me take here the ruler. If you take the ruler only, you can understand. So the contents are starting from here, right? So wherever the hanging spot you are specifying, now if you type the content, it will be start from here onwards only. Okay, so let me take new file. Okay, yes, let me place here. Now the content will be whatever the content you are typing, it will be set according to the indentation, the space between your uh, position of your text. Okay, that is your cascading. Let us see text indent. CSS text indent is a way to indent the paragraph without having the use pre-formatted HTML tags or inserting spaces manually. So if you want to provide some spaces to your text without using paragraph tag, or without using pre-formatted tags, or without inserting spaces manually, it is also possible, right? If you use the paragraph, automatically it will take some spaces between your text, right, or your paragraph. Or if you are taking the pre-formatted, it will print as it is with specifying the spaces. And if you are using under NBSP or four space tab spaces is there, right? ENSP, right? So this will be provided spaces. Without using this also, you can perform spaces to your text by using text indent. The indentation values can be defined with exact values or percentages. Then how you can perform this text indent values? These indentation values can be defined. These indentation values can be defined with exact values or percentages. Okay, let me see what is the exact value, what are the percentages we are providing in this following sample example. using exact values in the recommended one. Okay, the exact value should be whatever the exact value you are providing, it must be a recommended one only. Now let us see this sample program. Here style tag we are using, right? Within the style tag, wherever the paragraph is appearing, the color should be red, font family is Courier New, and the text indentation I'm specifying 20 pixel. So it has to start with 20 pixels space, it will take, right? What is our content? Text indent. Okay, so this is our first topic. Second topic, first one is the text decorations, first one is the text decoration, second one is text indent. Now wherever the heading 3 tag is appearing, here we have set a color, font family, and text indent as a 30 percentage. Okay, so if you run this web program, you are seeing it is the 20 pixel from starting to your browser, and here if you see here 30 percentage, so totally it is treating as an 100%. So it started at 30% and rest it will display the content. Okay, now let me check whether it is working or not. Already we have seen, and let me take it, and let me take new file and save it, right? So wherever the paragraph is appearing, the indentation you have specified as 20 pixel. Wherever the heading 3 is appearing, text indent you are specifying as a 30%, right? Let me save it with cs14.html. Enter. Yes. Minimize it. Okay, that is the text cs14. Right click, open with Google Chrome, right? So here the 20 pixel is taken, here 30 percentage is taken. Suppose if I made it as a 15%, let me check what it will happen. So okay, let me make it as a 15%. I'm saving and coming here and refreshing. So it is a 15%. Got it? So rest is treated as an 100%. In the 100%, this is a 15%. Got it? And if you made it as 40 pixel or 80 pixel, let me check what it will happens. Let me save it and come here and refresh it. So this is the space of 80 pixel. Okay, suppose if you given as a 1000 pixel, I do not know, let me check whether it will have text or not. Let me refresh it. So 1000 pixel means it starts here. Got it? Yes, likewise it will work. Okay, 30 pixel, 15%. Likewise you can decorate, likewise you can give the spaces by using text indent of css text, right? And next our topic is text align. As you know, what is the align? The default align setting is to left. Whatever the content is displaying in your browser, it is from left to right only. It is from left to right only. Now we will see the text align. Okay, the text align is the settings to the left. Sometimes different alignment is required, and it can be specified using the text align attribute. So based on this text align attribute, it is possible. Now we'll see. Okay, okay, now we'll see this text align. Okay, here some sample example is given. Text align is right, text align is justify. If you see here, if I made it as an justify, please observe here, it is default, it is left. If I make it as an justify, what happens? So every word is becoming a justification. Got it? If I make it as a center, what happens? Content will be moved to the center. Right will be more. Left will be more. If I make it as a justify, every line will be justified. Okay, so likewise you can align the text of your css, okay, by using text align for css text. Let me take new file, paste it. Here you are seeing wherever the paragraph is appearing, text align is right. And if you want to give the decoration also, you can give it text decoration colon, what is the value? Underline semicolon. And what is the other thing? Text indent as you just given a pix 20 percentage, right? Okay, I will modify this with same thing appear in this also. We will identify text align is given as justification and decoration as overline. Let me give as an overline, and text indent is with let me give it a pixel. Okay, let me give it as a 50 pixel. That's it. Clear? Yes. Let me save it first, and cs 1314 is finished. 15.html. Let me make it as a 15.html. Yes. Let me open my folder. This is a cs15. Right. Open it with Chrome browser. Now you are seeing, right, it is which alignment? It is text align is right. Right is possible. Right, it is also possible. We can give the font weight, font size, that you give it as a size, don't take as a weight. Font size as some 30%. Let me check. 30% is there? No. Double large. Okay, that is the value, right? Double X large, right? Key top. Let me save. Yes, you can also give that. Yes, let me refresh. It is a double X size it has taken, and you can also provide here the font size colon here 50%. Okay, semicolon. Now save it. Let me check whether it will work or not. 50% is worked, right? Instead of a percentage, let it as a pixel. Okay, let me save it. Come here. Now you are seeing 50%. It is the overline, hence the content is overline, and the align is the text justification, and it is justified, right? Got it? It is justified. Here it is the right align. So likewise you can decorate your text. Okay, and now text transform. So this is also very important. Now we will see in font it has not done. It will take only the small caps, right? It doesn't take the uppercase for all the things, right? Only small caps has been taken. Now we will transform our text. This is very important. Text transform is a quick way to modify the capitalization of a text. If you want to do the capitalization of a text, then you have to use the text transform concept. Okay, yes, so let us see here. Wherever the h1 tag is appear, your text transform is capitalized. So you are capitalizing means first letter in a word is appearing with the first letter in a word. This is word, this is word, this is word, this is word, right? It will be capitalized. Okay, only first letter in a word. Okay, if you take as an uppercase, everything will be turned into the uppercase. If you take it as a value as a lowercase, the value will be turned into lowercase. And now we will see here h1 tag is taken. Here hi, I am happy to see you is there. It is in small case letter, and now it is appearing in capitalized form. Capitalized form means h become capital, I become capital, a capital, right? Likewise you are seeing here. So this is capitalized value and uppercase. So here we have already passed in a lowercase letter, and we will display the content in everything in uppercase letter. If you take it as a lowercase, then we have typed in the uppercase, automatically content will be appear in lowercase. So if you run this, it will appear like this. Okay, so here it is already lowercase, we have text transform into uppercase. Here it is already uppercase, we have text transforming into lowercase. So likewise it is possible. Let me copy this code. Okay, yes, take the new file and paste it, and okay, save it. What is the name of a file? cs16, right? cs16.html. Save it and open your folder 16th file. Let me check whether it is working or not. Yes, it is working, right? Okay, and then the next our concept is word spacing. Okay, now we will see word spacing. So text indentation already we have seen. Now we will see the word spacing. with the CSS attribute word spacing, the exact value of the spacing between the words can be specified. Okay, word to word space can also be specified. By using this word spacing option, let us define the exact values. Okay, so here the text align is given, here the word spacing is specified with 10 pixel. Wherever the paragraph is appeared, word to word is having 10 pixel of spaces, 10 pixel of spaces. Got it? So likewise you can evaluate. So want a example? Let me check it. Copy, new, paste, and you are seeing these are the styles you are applying. We are taking the word spacing CSS text and specifying the 10 pixel, and I'm saving it with CS 16, right? No, 17.html. Save it and open your folder, and here it is a CS17. Open it with Google Chrome. So your word to word it consists of 10 pixel. If you want to know more about it, let me make it as a 50 pixel. Now you will see the content. This paragraph, this is the content, right? The difference between this is becomes 50. So here it is a 50 space, here it is a 50 space, here it is a 50 space, right? Likewise you can specify the 50 spaces also, right? Okay, and next our concept is a letter spacing. Now letter to letter, so P to A. Now you have to supposed to specify a letter to letter spacing, so then you are going to be using letter spacing. Okay, so for this CSS letter spacing is able to specify the exact value of a spacing between the letters. Between the letters we can specify letter spacing should be defined with exact values. Here you are taking letter spacing as 5 pixel, so it will provide 5 pixel of a spacing, right? So these are the concepts are very important. Now let me copy, wherever the content is present it will be taken, right? Let me take new file, save it, and save it as cs18 cs18.html and save it, and come here and sorry, cs18. So open it Google Chrome. So here you are identifying letter to letter is 5 pixel. If you want to know the difference is you just give the 20 pixel. Now you will came to understand. Please observe here letter to letter is 5 pixel. Now I made it as a 20 pixel. If I refresh, so your letter to letter is 20 pixels are appearing. Okay, letter to letter is 20 pixel space is appearing. Got it? Word space, word to word spacing, letter space, letter to letter spacing. Got it? So you are giving the values in that. Now padding. Now this is a very important concept. Please give more attention. Let us see with the CSS padding. With the CSS padding, the default padding that appears inside various HTML elements can be changed. Paragraph, tables, etc. Padding means the spaces between the contents. Okay, the padding is the space between an element border and the content within it. Then where you are going to be using these padding styles, these padding styles will be appear the content to the border, the content to the border spaces. Okay, so mostly you can identify these topics in your tables concept, right? Here you can also provide for your paragraphs. Let us see how it will be. A padding is the space between elements border and the content within it, element border and the content within it. Okay, now let us see here sample example. Style tag. In the style tag you are taking type as a text bar CSS. Wherever the paragraph color is blue, font family, padding you are giving padding as a 15 pixel, and you are taking the border as 1 pixel solid black, 1 pixel with solid black. And wherever the h3 tag h3 element is appearing, h3 tag is appearing, the padding is 0 pixel and border is 1 pixel solid red. It should be appear with the red color. So here the paragraph is there, here h3 tag is there. So whenever you applied here it is appearing like this. Okay, now let me check this sample program and we'll see the modification you can identify. Okay, now take a new file and paste it and save this. This is a paragraph. For the paragraph it has specified the padding as 15 pixel and border is 1 pixel, right? Let me check, save it, cs19.html and save it. Yes, now open your file. Yes, open it with Chrome. So now you are seeing the content. This is the border, this is the page border, right? Content border. In this content border you are displaying the content with padding of 15 pixel, 15 pixel on every side, top, right, bottom and left. So top to here 15 pixel, here to here 15 pixel, here to here 15 pixel, right? So if you want to understand better, let me change this with 50 pixel, and border style is also of 10 pixel. No, let me make it as a 20 pixel. Now you will get the difference, right? So now please observe here, this is a 15 pixel. Now we have modified with 50 pixel and 20 pixel. If I refresh it, you are seeing this is the 20 pixel of a border uh, with 20 pixel solid black. Okay, and the content is appear from this uh, all the side, top, left, bottom, right. Here to here it is, here to here it is 50 pixel, here to here it is 50 pixel, and here to here it is 50 pixel, right? If you make it as a alignment as a center, then only you can identify, right? Let me make a text align. Text align is equal to, sorry, colon, center, right? Now check, now what it will happens. Now we'll see what it will happen. Save it and come here and refresh it. So it is, the paragraph is center aligned, and here to here 50, here to here 50, here to here to 50, and here to here 50, right? So here in the second padding is 0 pixel is given. Now it is make it as a some 70 pixel, border as 1 pixel is given. Let me make it at as 50 pixel with blue color, solid blue. Okay, let me make it as a blue. We'll check what it will happen. Okay, and save it and come here and refresh it. So you are identifying the border as blue color with 50 pixel, right? And padding is of 70 pixel. Here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, the spaces are 70 pixel to this content to the cell border. Okay, content to the page border. Okay, content border. Okay, yes. So that is what exactly called padding. So you can also give the padding attributes in certain using exact values. You also may define the padding with the usage of percentages. Padding can also provide not only within the pixel, you can also provide within a percentages. Okay, here the border has to specify. Without specifying the border, you are unable to identify what is the padding happening. Okay, padding has to be supposed to use the border attribute or border property, and border property consists of a value like 1 pixel solid black, right? Now CSS padding direction, we will see, as we know, 4 directions of CSS padding: top, right, bottom, left. What is that? Top, right, bottom and left. It is possible to define these individual padding simply by adding direction suffix to the padding attribute. So if I want to specify the padding directions, we have to specify the padding attribute with directions. Okay, example, form padding direction. Now we will see what it will happen. Here one note is given. Let us see. While padding attribute, it is recommended that each attribute is practiced in a separate HTML file, otherwise the changes can't be seen properly. Whenever you are applying the CSS padding, you have to do separately, otherwise you can't identify the differences. Okay, now let me take here, wherever the paragraph is appearing, color is provided, font family, padding left option, you are specifying left is 15 pixel and border is specified. Wherever the h3 tag is appearing, you are seeing the padding top is 0 pixel, so it doesn't consist of any space. Padding right, you are giving a 75 pixel, 13 pixel, 25 pixel, and border is also you are specifying. So here the content is present in your body, and whenever you run, you are identifying these values. Okay, now let me check, copy this program, and we'll see what it will happens. Okay, let me take new file and paste it, and let me save it first. This is a CS 19, right? No, 20, cs20.html, right? Save it. Now open your file CS20, right, open it with Chrome. So now you are identifying these same difference of padding left is 15 pixel, right? So left is only having 15 pixel and it doesn't consist of any top, bottom and right side pixels difference, right? And if you observe this heading tag, ha3 heading tag, padding top is 0 pixel, so here to here is not having the spaces. And if you specify the bottom is here it is a 13 pixel difference is there, and here 25 pixel, left it is a 25 pixel, and right it is not 75 pixels, here it is a 75 pixel difference is there. So if I make a little modification, padding left as here 1 pixel is not sufficient, so let me take 30 pixel, and here let me make it as a 80 pixel. Now let me save it. First you focus on this. So we have modified padding left is of 80 pixel and with solid 30 pixel, right? This has to be appear 30, right? Okay, so here to here it is appearing as how much space, 80 pixel. Okay, left only we have provided, so you are identify. If you I provided here top as 90 pixel, here right as 2 pixel, bottom as uh, 10 pixel, and padding left as 0 pixel. Let me check, let it make it as a 0 pixel, and let me take a wider border, and let me make it as a 20 pixel. Okay, and now save it and come here. Now you are observing here we are modifying whatever the modification you have done. According to the modification it will be taken place, right? So what is the modification you have done for heading 3? It is a 90 pixel, where from top to content it is a 90 pixel, from right it is only 2 pixel, from bottom it is only 10 pixel. Okay, if I make it as a 0 pixel, so it has started from the content here itself only, right? If I make all as a 90 pixel, then what it will happen? So let me check, 90 pixel, 90 pixel, and 90 pixel, and here it is also 90 pixel, and border right, and next one is text align colon right, sorry, center. Let me make it as a center. If it is a center, if you give the all the value as the same, now you will identify what it will exactly happens, right? Let me save it first, and come here and refresh it. So you are seeing year to year 90, year to year 90, year to year 90, and year to year 90. Got it? Okay, so likewise you can give these values. Now CSS padding 2 and 4 values. 4 padding values can be declared at once by either specifying 2 or 4 values. Here 4 padding values are there, top left, bottom right. What is the 4 values? Top left, bottom right. When only using 2 values, the first will define the padding on the top and bottom. First will define the padding on the top and bottom, while the second will define the padding on left and right. If you given the 2 values only, then that 2 values specified top and bottom, and right, left and right. Okay, so the values also you can specify as 4 values as well as 2 values. So to understand this, you can see this is a sample program. So here the sample program is exist. Let me copy first, let me take a new file and paste it, right? So here what it has done, it has taken only 2 values, right? What is this 2 value indicates? Top left, bottom right of 4 values. Okay, even if you have specified the 2 means 5 pixel, 5 pixel, top bottom, top left, right? Top left is taken as a 5 pixel, and bottom right it will taken as a 150 pixel. So let me take border as a 20 pixel, otherwise we won't identify any differences, right? Okay, let me save it as with cs21, right? cs21.html. Now save it and come here. I already minimized, open it with Chrome. Now you are seeing here. So what is the top left pixel? Top left is a 5 pixel, and bottom right is 150 pixel. Whether it has taken, not taken, right? Yes, let me check here. If I provide 4 values, we have to see that. Okay, before that, let me make here 5 pixel 5 pixel, 150 pixel 150 pixel. For this program only I am providing these 4 values. So this is nothing but 2 values as well as 4 values. Let me save it and come here and refresh it. So now you are seeing here, okay, but it doesn't take 5 pixel 5 pixel 5 pixel 5 pixel top left. Actually see here, actually what he is suggesting here is the two top right bottom left, top right. So top right is 5 pixel is taken, bottom left, bottom left it is 150 pixel as taken, right? Top right, top right is one, yes, it is taken. So if you want to know the difference, you can make it as a 5 pixel 5 pixel, and this is also 5 pixel 5 pixel. At that time only you can understand what it exactly happens. So if you provided the 4 side as a 5 pixel, now refresh it, so it is the top left bottom right is the 5 pixels. Suppose if you make it as a 5 and 15 pixel, 5 and 15 pixel, now top right bottom left, top as 5 pixel, right as 15 pixel, bottom as 5 pixel, and left as 15 pixel. Okay, let me save it and come here and refresh it. Okay, so likewise it has taken. Okay, so if you work more on this only you can understand, otherwise you are unable to understand these two. Okay. Yes, so that's it. We will learn the rest concept in the next class. See you in the next.